Have you ever had a huge trade only to give all the hard-earned P&L back in the same ticker later on? Have you ever taken a bunch of small losses so that by the time the trade actually works, you only break even? Are you on the cusp of becoming profitable and need just a little boost to break that barrier? Well, I'm here to explain a concept that I've seen transform traders once they've learned to internalize and incorporate it. That's right, it's the concept of no man's land. No man's land is how I describe price action that looks tradable but isn't. It's when a stock is stuck in a range and volatility is contracting. Price is choppy, noisy, and most importantly, your expected value is negative. So often, this is where traders bleed P&L. Not in one big hit, but through death by 1,000 paper cuts. Let me tell you a story of what I see happen all the time, even with pro traders. I'm not throwing shade, trust me. I've made this mistake a million times. I was sitting down with a trader I mentor at S&P Capital. There is an amazing bouncy ball trade set up in Nikola. The trader had shorted ahead of the breakdown twice already earlier in the day, only to get shaken out both times. I don't recall the exact P&L, but let's say he lost 1K the first time and $1,500 on the second try. As a result, he was down $2,500 on the ticker. Later on in the day, when the ticker actually broke down and exited no man's land, he didn't take the trade. Why not? Because he didn't want to take another loss. So what happened is he took the trade twice where it wasn't positive expected value because the stock was in no man's land. Then he skipped the trade where it was actually a good setup, which of course actually ended up working. So those first two trades he made, not only did they cost him $2,500, but it cost him another $2,500 in missed profits because his psychology was off for the real move. And here's the part traders tend to underestimate. Paper cuts don't just hurt your P&L. They damage your decision making. They shrink your risk tolerance and they make you hesitate. They turn good setups into missed opportunities. By the time the real trade shows up, you're no longer trading the chart. You're trading the emotional baggage from your earlier losses and you're trading your P&L. This is why no man's land is so dangerous. It doesn't just take money from you. It takes away your confidence at the exact moment you need it most. This is exactly why every trader needs to master their psychology and why I've shared my biggest psychology lessons and interviewed the leading performance trading psychologist on my channel. How many more times can I say psychology in one sentence? Anyways, these two videos are linked in the description for you to watch next. If I were a betting man, which I am, I would bet most traders would be absolutely shocked if they analyzed their data of taking trades in no man's land versus when stocks are breaking to new highs or new lows. Many of the less experienced traders I work with have not analyzed their data enough to recognize that 90% or more of their paper cut losses and their churning tends to occur when the stock is done making its move for the time being and needs to consolidate more. This is not to mislead you and say there's never a trade in no man's land. It just means that the probability of a clean move is much lower and the odds of paper cut losses is severely increased. If I do tend to trade in no man's land, I tend to be sized much lighter when I do choose to participate. So let's take a look at what no man's land tends to look like. First, traders most often get caught up in no man's land after a stock has made a leg in one direction, has had the counter leg, but then is chopping around while volatility contracts. Another common place is after a stock has broken out and made a leg, then is consolidating ahead of the next leg. So many traders wrongfully try to position themselves ahead of the real breakout and paper cut themselves up in the aggregate. In this image, I want to only be trading it long right here, not making any attempts to long the stock in this range or in this one. As with anything in trading, it's all about nuance and exceptions. So what are the exceptions to trading in no man's land? The first one, fresh breaking news. If there is fresh breaking news, all the prior price action isn't relevant to me. You aren't going to wait for a breakout of that range. You want to be trading the news as quickly as possible. News is one type of information edge, and I cover all 6 types of edge in this video. I highly recommend you watch it after this one. Another exception is if there is a very clear support or resistance level you can buy or short into within no man's land. Kind of like a consolidation inception, if you will. But remember, this is still lower probability than breaking out of the range as a whole, so size accordingly. So how do you want to implement this concept into your trading? First, define no man's land for yourself and then crunch your data to see just how much P&L you are giving back by trading tickers while they are still mid-range. From there, start to create rules that help you avoid trading in no man's land. Then, the next step is to practice identifying no man's land in real time so that you can avoid the bad trades as they unfold. Continue collecting data to refine your trading from there. Maybe that might mean less sizing for you when a stock is in no man's land. Or maybe that might mean a maximum number of attempts, or maybe it means avoiding that trade altogether. Let me give you a few practical examples of such rules I've used or seen implemented on the trading floor. If a stock is still trading within the range Any trades I take will be small size, and at max, I want to give it 2 attempts. That seems like a super reasonable rule and way to adapt some of this. Another few ideas could be, I'm not allowed to short a stock after a large down leg unless it's consolidated for more than 30 minutes and then breaks to intraday lows. Or, I will avoid all mid-range continuation plays unless we break to fresh intraday highs. Trust me, no matter how good you think you are, this concept applies to you. Regardless of skill level or style, understanding this concept is crucial because it helps us identify another key variable in our trading, whether a stock is still in a range or breaking to new prices. Almost all the traders I've worked with don't differentiate their trading enough based on this concept. Once you actually take the time to look over your trading and reflect, it is almost universal that somewhere you find yourself blind to these nuances with massive room for improvement. One of the most common sayings you'll hear me say to my trainees on the desk is to stop obsessing and studying how to master the Jack 5. Focus on the pocket pairs. One trader I trained would always ask me about the really marginal no man's land setups that I consider to be pretty 50-50 mediocre trades. What I mean by this poker analogy is for him, mastering the mediocre hands doesn't get you anywhere. It's like stepping over dollars to pick up pennies. This trainee eventually got the point and started mastering the setups where the stock was breaking to new prices. That ended up really transforming his trading and ultimately saving his career because so many of his prior losses were coming from trades where it was stuck trading within a range. I'm working on a video that goes into the ways to tell when you're breaking out of no man's land. This is when the odds are in your favor. This is when you have edge. This is when your expected value is positive. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. Now here's your homework. Implement this concept of no man's land for yourself, and it's very possible you'll see your win rate improve and you'll better be able to hold on to that hard-earned P&L. If you want to level up and see my trade breakdowns, or even work with me one-on-one, consider joining my trading course. It's linked in the description. Thank you for watching, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.